Good morning. Jim Fuentes, thinking again. Hey, so here's the thing. I started thinking. I know, get up in the morning, drink some coffee, brain cells start firing off, and you start thinking. By the way, they're brain cells. I just said brain cells because it just came out that way. I don't know why. It's morning. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee yet. Maybe. Or maybe I've had too much. Maybe. No, that's not too much. A cup of coffee's not enough coffee. Anyways, I was thinking. It happens. So, I want to know what happened to, waiting for the facts. I mean, waiting for just the facts, ma'am. Waiting for the facts. You know, uh, Waiting for everything to settle out and then figure out what really happened before you go and have a riot. You know, uh, and I've decided that the moronization of the U.S. population is in high demand right now by, say, MSNBC, CBS, NBC, ABC, and the rest of those networks that feed completely false information to everybody. Now, our president would call that fake news. I would call it super hype because that seems to be what's going on here. They make decisions, and all right, we've got some governors and mayors and some senators and some congressmen also making, we're going to call it suggestions that this stuff is, well, wrong. Yeah. So I want to use, I've decided I want to use the scientific method to, in relationship to the so-called police violence, or whatever they want to call it. They call it, I don't know, whatever they call it. I mean, they call it all kinds of stuff. So we're going to use a scientific method. Scientific method is really simple. You observe, question, research, hypothesize. You make an experiment, then you test that hypothesis using the experiment, and then you draw a conclusion and you make a report. That's the way you do the scientific method really quick, right? So we're going to observe. We observed all these videos. Police officers shooting and killing black individuals. Right? We've observed it. We've seen it on TV. We've watched it on YouTube, or this or that or the other thing. We've seen them, right? So we're supposed to ask a question and identify a problem. The problem is we're getting all these people shot. What is the problem? The problem is, well, no. My question is why? Why are these people getting shot? Not, we know they're getting shot. We've observed the getting shot part of it, or knee on the neck, or whatever it happens to be, right? So we need to do some research, right? Research. Search for existing answers or solutions. Well, I don't really have any. I don't really have any. Actually, I do, but I don't really have any in this thing. We're just going to throw that one out of the way because we're going to jump straight to make a hypothesis. And my hypothesis is this. You ready? Hypothesis. They're resisting arrest. Okay. Ha. I made a hypothesis. That's it. Now, how do we experiment on that? How do we create an experiment to test that hypothesis? I'm not going to go out and resist arrest. I'm not going to go out and be a thug and do that. But if we just take all these videos and look at them, we can use that as our hypothesis, our test for hypothesis, right? We can look at all these videos and find out, hey, what happened here? Right? And then we can draw a conclusion from the videos and say, whoa, here's our conclusion. And then we can make a report and share our results with everybody else. And we're going to do that right now. Ready? George Floyd resisted arrest. If he'd have gotten in the car and not freaked out, there wouldn't be a knee on his neck. Now, the knee on his neck was a problem. It's not the way you deal with cuffed individuals who are being arrested, right? But if you back up to where he was resisting arrest and he'd have just gotten in the car, well, he'd still be alive unless the drugs killed him, which we really don't know because there was a knee on his neck. Can't help that. okay. What about that the guy at Wendy's? You know, the drunk guy who fell asleep in his car running in the drive-thru. Huh. Body slammed an officer, stole a taser, fired the taser at an officer, got shot, resisting arrest. Okay, wouldn't have got shot if he would have just let him put the cuffs on and got in the car. Just saying. What about the one in Wisconsin just the other day? Guy with the knife. And you can hear the police saying in one of the videos, hey, he dropped the knife, dropped the knife. Yeah, and then the guy goes around and reaches in his car. Supposedly for a weapon, because he told the police he had a weapon. He had a gun in the car. That's what he told the police. At least that's what I've read. That's what I've been able to, I may be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, Somebody pointed out. But you back that up. If the guy would have just dropped the knife and had a conversation. Yeah. So technically he's resisting arrest. Huh. And you've got that woman who was shot in her apartment. I can't remember her name, and it really drives me nuts. And they had the no-knock warrant, which apparently they knocked anyways, and her boyfriend started shooting through the door, and they shot back, and she's dead. And somebody was resisting arrest during that whole thing. Oh my God. Wow. I just drew a bunch of conclusions. If you don't resist arrest, a cop won't shoot you. He won't knee on your neck. Wow. Let's print out a report. I'm going to give you a verbal report right now. If you don't resist arrest, a cop's not going to shoot you. That's based on my scientific method. I use the scientific method, and I think it works. So, please spread this all over the nation so people know not to resist arrest. Okay, I'm Jim Fuentes. It's early in the morning. I think I'm going to have another cup of coffee, maybe two. I don't know. Have a great day. By the way, I've been thinking.